Okay, I'm working on the 3 horsepower Jiffy Ice Auger, the older Jiffy Ice Auger, and I had a leaking crank seal. So what I did was I took a screwdriver, like a fine screwdriver like that, kind of sharp and fine, and I just found an edge on the seal, and I, basically use a hammer and smash it in, or even if you can get on the side a little bit, but it's nice to cut the seal because it's just like tin, eh? So anyways, and once you get through it, you can just carefully work it around the whole way around, pull out the seal, right? And change it. Also, one other thing to kind of watch for is wherever you're going to cut in on that seal, like when you're pounding in the screw, you want to try to hit it like that, like, and break it through, eh? And then work it around. But try to, when you're cutting into the seal edge, it's like tin, like opening a tin can. Try not to hit where the numbers are on the seal, because sometimes you can get away with going to like a bearing shop or whatever, and they might even have the seal, so they can run those numbers if you haven't destroyed them, and you might be able to get the seal a little cheaper than stock. But also to take into consider, there'll be another little spring in there too, and you want to clean all this up, eh? Like, here's a spring that I missed. See, can't leave stuff like that in there. So that's the lip seal spring, so that was part of the seal. So you just take a good look in there, make sure there's nothing left in there. Now you can see where I kind of marred up the side here a little bit. This has to be cleaned up right there. That's from the screwdriver, so you got to take caution, eh, when you're doing this. But you can see the old punch marks from when they did it in factory, when they put the seal in. Then they kind of hit it with a punch just to oblong it so the seal doesn't pop out. Kind of makes like a little bend in there to keep the seal in. So when you put your new seal in, after you cleaned up your marks from your screwdriver, if you have any, if you do it well, you don't have any. But yeah, so that's how to change a seal in a old Jiffy Tecumseh 3 horsepower ice auger. So I'll get my new seal, I'll order it in from the shop, or I'll bring it to a bearing shop and see if they got something, and this whole thing will run again. So subscribe, hopefully that helps somebody out with a auger that has good compression but it won't run. That's generally the problem. So pop off the transmission, look for oil, and do the test in the last video, which is I just put some oil around the seal, right around the seal, and then pull it over. You can see if the bubbles come out, and that's how I do it. You can use, some guys like to run it and you can spray stuff in there or whatever, like start it up without this on and spray stuff. If it picks up an idle, you know it's leaking. But I just used the oil way, and you can see it was leaking there. So right on. Hopefully that helps somebody out. Subscribe and check out my channel, www.ratsleds.com. Bye.